don't know if y'all will watch it or use it, but I did record I'm pinning myself. I did record. It won't let me spotlight with only 2 people. It only let me pin. But I did record the part 2 Tai Chi moves. I don't know. It has been a long time since I have done a video. It's not been a long time since I've taught class, but it was a long time since I did a video, and it took me about 6 times. I felt like I was talking way too much, so I'm like, I hope it's good, and if you do use it, let me know if I did it the right way. I only did it once, and I think I just called out the names of the movement, but I could do it and say all the wording that I normally do.
Okay, I'll put it up and look at it.
But if you're not going to use it, it's fine. You don't have to worry about it.
I'll pull it up and critique it for you.
Nora had asked about some videos, and when I went to go record videos, first I double checked what was already there. And I'm like, they're already there, the ones that she had requested. So I sent that to her, and then while I was in, it's time to record video modes, that's why I went on and recorded that part 2. So, but anyway, I want it to be helpful in any way that it can be. And so sometimes it's good to just say the name of the movement, and sometimes it's good to talk all the way through it. So especially the we'd come up with that whole switch the hands, and so last week we acknowledged the movement by the elbow pit, where yes, we're switching hands, but not just switching hands, but taking that time to it makes it that circular motion, which is real Tai Chi of us, to and then come by your hand as you switch instead of just switching, So anyway, let's do our warm-ups.
It gives you direction.
Yeah, I like verbal cues, but then I also acknowledge the internal, like Jing, that mental quietness aspect, where stop talking. I know I want to kind of test myself. Don't tell me what to do. Let me see if I can do it without you saying it.
Right.
So that's why I think all the different videos are good for different reasons.
Yeah.
And especially in part 2, when we turn our backs to the screen, we rely on those cues because we can't see what's happening. That's just my thoughts. All right, from the top, I'm just relaxing my body, making sure I'm not holding tension anywhere throughout, especially my major joints, my shoulders, the typical places I hold tension, in my jaw and in my shoulders and neck. All right, let's begin with our neck. Pay attention to your breath. Make sure you're breathing, not holding your breath. Be kind of aware of your habits so that you can fix it. That's body awareness. I truly believe body awareness is the #1 gift that Tai Chi has given me. Especially holding my body in a way that's stable and supportive. Moving in a way that's intentional, and then environment, noticing things in the environment. This past week, one of my friend's moms fell and I mean busted her face up, her arm. She's on blood thinners, so she looks way worse than what she actually is. But I asked, and I always ask this, what was the reason for her fall? And it was a root at the bottom of a tree down at St. Simon's.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, y'all wouldn't believe how often I'm looking on the floor, the ground, everywhere I'm walking. If I'm on a sidewalk, I'm seeing if it's uneven. I'm just always looking for things that may cause a fall. And if you're not in that practice, that's how easily you can be on your tail, your face, And a lot of older people don't pick up their feet. So they're kind of scooting through life, and that is easier to trip over things like a root, but also your own feet.
Yeah, no, come on.
That feels good. That makes me want to go sign up for a massage. Not just give one to myself.
Excuse me for one second.
Okay.
I'm still here.
Okay. I'm just going to keep going through. Shoulder circle. Slow, smooth, continuous. And when we place our hands in front, don't put them in front of your eyes. We don't block our view. Grab our ball for our spine, stretching. Inhale as you come to your ball, exhale as you separate, keeping that soft bend in your elbow. And let your breath dictate the pace of your movement. You don't have to exactly follow me, which I know is kind of hard to do. When you have a leader, you want to kind of match their pace. But learn to rely on your breath to guide you through that movement. Taking our ball side to side. For our hips, shift weight to one leg. Heel forward, hands back. Ooh, I got my flat shoes on, and I love flat shoes with Tai Chi. I feel grounded and connected to the floor. Just feel like I have more control. Those cushy shoes, they seem like a great idea, but I feel disconnected from the ground when I wear them. Sometimes we got to do it though, either for fashion or, our feet get a little sore, or I had that foot injury not too long ago. I couldn't wear these shoes. I got me a book. I ordered it from Amazon about reflexology. So I'm going to learn about the feet and how it's connected to other things in our body. I think it also has information about our hands. I like to tap into information about our bodies and the way God made us. We didn't come with a handbook, did we? So we gotta figure things out. I like to learn from Chinese, like medicine type things. I find acupuncture fascinating, especially in the connection to Tai Chi, because of the energy and how acupuncture can release blocked in energy and get it flowing for health, healing, and well-being. And so acupuncture, reflexology, points on your feet, going to our knees. Points on our feet can help with digestion. I'm even thinking about Olivia and her pain from periods. Like, maybe, I hope I bought a book that is simple and can help guide us. And if we can massage a certain point in our feet, that can help us. Wouldn't that be great? I don't like the thought of medicine. If I can avoid medicine, I'd rather. But sometimes we just have to. That is also why God created us to have knowledge, and we can have these intelligent scientists to come up with things to help heal us from things. Like infection. I mean, imagine all the people that died from having infections. Now we have penicillin. I don't know what year that was. I know it was Marie Curie, or I think so. I think that's her name. Marie Curie came up with the penicillin.
You were talking about the reflexology.
I'm just talking about all kinds of stuff, Miss Gwen. But yes, I was talking about reflexology.
When I lived in D.C., I went to a nail salon in Chinatown, and they gave out a pamphlet on flexology, and I stumbled across it one time, but I looked at it and it was telling you all of the things that you can do to your feet to promote certain things in your body, to help with certain things in your body. And I don't know what I did with it, but if I ever stumble across it again, I'll pay more attention to it.
Yeah, it's really fascinating. I even have been, I have a bunion on one of my feet, and I have been working that joint the way it's supposed to work, pulling it this way and then the way, back and forth. And I don't know if it's a fluke, I don't know, but I have had less pain in that joint. And I don't know that that's necessarily reflexology. I don't think it is. But I've just been, trying to learn as much as I can about maybe how to fix things naturally and not go straight to like surgeries, I thought,
didn't
why
realize
not?
how many pressure points in your feet that connects to different parts of the body.
This is like a cheater version. This little thing you put on the floor and you just roll your foot on it. You don't know what point you're hitting, but you're hitting some. But I want to learn about what points actually associate to things.
Where'd you get that from?
I ordered it off of Amazon and it was like $6. But after I would use it, like the bottoms of my feet will be like real tingly. And I'm like, well, I think I'm doing something right. I mean, I'm sitting here putting it on my hands, and I mean, it feels like a good little massage. But I just got it off Amazon. Like I said, it was like $6. So I'm just collecting things to try to help myself. All right, we're nice and warmed up. You know, how we shake. That helps get any kind of release or energy that's stuck kind of moving. It's part of Qigong. And we just kind of take it for granted, just kind of shaking it out. But people do all kinds of stuff. They do like this, and they twist, and, you know, just to get energy moving. So, yeah, we do a little bitty version of that. But you can jump up and down. I don't know if I should jump up and down on this floor. This building's old. One day this floor is going to collapse. So I'm not going to jump up and down. Huh?
Cass tells us to just shake. If you could just shake your body, just shake it.
And kind of get.
So we do that in a lot of the time.
Yeah, it helps release that stored up energy. All right, so let's go all the way through. Let's do part 1 and part 2, and then let's back off and just practice our 2. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay. All right, from the top, from part 1 all the way through. I love this. Let me get a drink of water. I think needed that. All right. In our stable stance. Reminding ourselves to breathe, keeping that upright posture, empty steps, hand movement with weight shift, any of the principles that work for different movements, ebb and flow with it. Here we go. And commence. Open, close. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. Open, close. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. Open, close. Advance 6. Brush knee. Play the loop. Hairy punch. Lock and close. Push the tiger. Open, close. Brush knee. Play the loop. Hairy punch. Lock and close. Push the tiger. Open, close. Part 2. Brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Step back, single whip. Fist under elbow. Repulse the monkey. Brush to the back. Switch hands. Come brush all the way to the front. And brush to the left. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Step back, single whip. Fist under elbow. Repulse the monkey. Brush to the back. Switch hands and brush to the front. Switch hands and brush to the right. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Close it out. All right, we in Tai Chi land now. So
Yes, we are.
I have acknowledged this week that sometimes the ideal version of what our principles look like, they don't always work with what our bodies are experiencing. And I always feel like God gives me pains or situations with my body that helps me be understanding of how other people experience Tai Chi. And so, I don't know, I'm going to blame Perry, like people blame Arthur, I'm blaming Perry. I just have this ick in my hip. And so that changes weight transfer, because for that hip to hold my weight for a long time, it's causing me some issues. And so the experience with empty step and weight transfer is a little bit different when you have pain. And so I always say, listen to your body. And so that is number one, listen to your body, especially if it becomes a safety issue. And so we don't want you to cause yourself more pain. So don't push through it just because that's the way the principle is supposed to be. So that's just a good reminder. And so let's just go through it. So if you see me kind of go like a little bit of a wince whenever I'm shifting weight on this right hip, I'm pretty good at hiding it, but what I'm feeling is maybe different than the way it looks. but it gives me that reminder. So let's go through our part 2. We're just practicing our part 2. Coming from open and close. Brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Step back, single whip. Fist under elbow. Repulse the monkey. Step out, lay hands, separate, brush to the back. Follow step. Switch hands, come by that elbow, brush all the way to the front. Switch hands and brush to the left. Leisurely tie the coat. Bring it around. Open, close. Brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Step back, single whip. Fist under elbow. Repulse the monkey. Brush to the back. Switch and brush all the way to the front. Switch and brush to the right. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Close it out. I also realize too, when it comes to our joints, and you know, we talk about upright posture, how important it is to hold your weight directly over those joints, because anytime you're a little bit off, then it puts a little bit more pressure on that joint. So if you have a joint that's in pain, you really are aware of how and where you're holding your weight, and make that adjustment till it's right over. And I'm experiencing less pain when that happens. It's just things you don't know until you're experiencing them in a different way, that you go, oh, that really is true about how I'm holding my weight right directly over a joint. Let's do it again. Part 2. Brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Step back, single whip. Fist under elbow. Repulse the monkey. Brush to the back. Switch and brush all the way to the front. Switch and brush to the left. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Step back, single whip. Fist under elbow. Repulse the monkey. Brush to the back. Switch and brush all the way to the front. Switch and brush to the right. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Close it out. I'm always amazed at the real estate we take up in part 2. We really move around, taking up this whole entire space, and I start here and I end up over here. I want you to think about, when we started learning part 2, we talked about whatever your feet need to do to get to the back and to come all the way to the front. Like if you need to shuffle, whatever you're needing to do to get your feet there, that you may not be comfortable with all those pivots that we do with our feet. And so I want you to start thinking about those pivots. We experience it, of course, in brush knee, where we pivot on that heel to turn it. But we also experience it in fist under elbow when we're coming from step back, single whip. So we shift, pivot on the heel, shift, pivot on the ball. And so the way we do it, we want it to be, really, really smooth. So it's shift. So it kind of flows real nicely together when we do that, fist under elbow. That's our pivots. And then when we get to repulse the monkey, it's a little more complicated of a pivot because we're not just turning from the front to the side. We're coming from the back all the way to the front. So here we're at the end of fist under elbow, step out. Of course, this is very much like brush knee, just stepping, shift, pivot, or follow step. But when we go to, I'm going to come a little closer. When we go back to the front, it's step back, shift, I pivot on that heel, I shift to the left, and I pivot on the ball of that right foot till I get in the position to be able to just step to the front, shift, and follow step. So if you may already be thinking about your feet, but you may have created an easy, fix to getting back to the front, which is fine. We want you to be safe first and foremost. But when we, as we get better and learn our moves, revisit those little pivots in our feet to get back to the front and see if the strength in your legs and just your knowledge of the movement makes that a little easier. All right, you want to do, it is 9:58. You ready to cool down? Or you want to do it one more time?
You do it one more time.
Okay, part 2, all the way through. Brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Bring it around. Deliver to the front. Open, close. Step back, single whip. Fist under elbow. There's those pivots. Repulse the monkey. Step out. Brush to the back. Switch and come all the way to the front. Switch and brush to the left. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. Step back, single whip. Fist under elbow. Repulse the monkey. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close. So it's been a while since I've been at training. It's been over a year. And it's been a long time since I have looked at this video. This says my internet connection is unstable. Well, we're all a little unstable, ma'am. It's been a long time since I've practiced this movement or this video. I noticed something that I have started doing is on leisurely tie the coat. You know how we say karate chop? Well, I think I developed that wording because it's something we're comfortable with. But I noticed that I have started doing, let's see, something that's less karate chop-ish. Less karate chop-ish. So I need to review that video to see exactly where Dr. Lamb's hand movements are, but it feels a little more smooth to do what I'm doing, and I don't know if I'm creating another bad habit or if this is right. So if you know, I noticed it in myself, so if you noticed it, I'm going to look into it. But anyway. But in order to teach it, we have to come up with things that are familiar that can help. So karate chop just sounds right. All right, gather tension, and this is not how we want to live. We want to let go of that tension. Oh, life throws so much at us, and we don't want to hold on to it. We want to let it go, deal with what we can, gather and release. Big shoulder circle. Inhale and exhale. One more. We have our fist representing our strength, and man, we have it. So we amaze ourselves daily. Our friendship, our humility. And we put those together in mutual respect. We say, Namaste. Thank you so much, Miss Gwen. I know I hit you with a lot of things. I'm going to stop recording.